in January the 22nd. I guess the Lord had me in the right place, the right time, with the right commitment. I was president of the Selma City Teachers Association. And then we had agreed that, and I persuaded teachers for the first time to engage in a teachers' march. And so we agreed, after they signed their names to a petition, that we were going to march as a teacher group. And so on January 22nd, we met at Clark Elementary School here, which was the school where I attended the first grade through the sixth grade. We met upstairs, and we marched up a file. My partner was my 10th, 11th, and 12th grade science teacher. His name was Mr. A.J. Durgan. He was the incoming president of the Selma City Teachers Association. And we led that march, teachers, for the first time in the United States, coming down the steps of Clark Elementary School, down Lawn Street, down to Alabama Avenue, down to the courthouse. Teachers, for the first time. Getting down to the county courthouse, that was standing next to the steps, the superintendent of education, the chairman of the board of education, to persuade me, because I was a teacher, to take the teachers back to the school, because we had made a point, and that no longer should we try to pursue that right from that particular point. And I told them we had a right to be at the county courthouse. It was our courthouse. We were not backing down from our right to be there. And I asked the superintendent and the chairman of the board, who signed my check, to step aside. We went up those steps. Jim Clark had his deputies across the door, and he indicated that we were trying to make a mockery out of his courthouse. And we indicated to him that that was our courthouse also. He gave us 1 minute to move off of those steps. At the expiration of that minute, he took the billy club and jabbed us down the steps on the sidewalk. And my partner, Mr. A.J. Durgan, who, as I said, was my teacher, he was not quite used to that stuff like I was. And he asked me on the ground, he said, "What shall we do?" I said, "We are going back." He said, Yeah. And so we went back the second time. We jabbed down the steps after a minute, and he asked me the same question. I gave him the same answer, and he gave me the same response. The third time, when I really was trying to get all the teachers arrested, because teachers were not aware of the tremendous influence. They were the largest black professional group here in Dallas County. And so after going back the third time, he said, "If you don't get off these steps, Jim Clark," said, "we're going to arrest you." I said to myself, exactly what I want you to do. And so at about 45 seconds before that minute expired, someone on the inside of the courthouse came and pulled him on the inside of the courthouse door and said, I didn't go in there with him, but I can imagine what they told him. For goodness sake, don't arrest those teachers.
That's right. That was the man himself, Reverend Dr. Frederick D. Reese, describing what happened on January the 22nd, 1965. If you don't know, Reverend Dr. Frederick D. Reese led 105 teachers down to the courthouse to register the right to vote. I watched the interview on Granddad not too long ago, and he went more in depth on a couple of things, and so it's just gonna sharpen the iron when it's time for me to spit these facts out, Granddad. So it's no biggie. We appreciate y'all joining us on the Lineage Podcast every Thursday. This has been a great year to start off. We've had some great shows. We've discussed some great things. We've had some great dialogue, some good content that's important in our community to keep the conversation moving forward, and everything like that. But we have a guest today who is a native from Selma. This guest has helped us in our own business endeavors. So you go nowhere. You don't really don't want to go nowhere. I hope my computer ain't really lagging. I see it's pausing a little bit. Might be my processor, but we on the max, so it's all good. Um, if you don't have the book, Selma Self Sacrifice, you know what to do. You got to get it. It's on Amazon right now. If you haven't booked the tour, the FD Reese Historical Tours, please book that. Is on Viator right now. But you can go to fdreesefoundation.org and click the button and book that. Before we get started, kind of man, we gotta Pay, you want to talk about Auntie? Want to get to
Yeah,
Auntie
if you don't
first?
mind.
Yeah, I'll
Um,
put a picture up for.
I just wanted to this week our family lost a very special person, uh, Miss Patricia Jolly, and I just wanted to take a moment for you guys to send out prayers to the Jolly family. Um, and this a peculiar time. Sometimes we don't understand what God is doing, and sometimes, but we have to respect it. Um, know that she lived a great life, a great mother, grandmother, auntie, the life of the party. Ever since I've been in the family, has been nice and sweet to me. Just a loving person all the way around. And we're gonna miss um, our auntie, but we know that she's in glory. And I just wanted to, there will be less of us to not start this show off and not remember Miss, my auntie Patricia Jolly, man, and I just thank God for her life, and may she rest well, and like I say, we're praying for all our whole family that we as a family shall get through this and move forward. But we just want to start the show off and honor her, which is honor is much due.
Okay,
Yes,
that's right, bro. And as family, even extended family,
right.
that's uh, that's your wife's family, but still, when you
That's right. That's
when you
family.
marry into families, you become one. You know
That's
what I'm
right.
saying? So
That's right.
a lot of
Mhm.
times, some people will underestimate the significance of a quote unquote in law, but sometimes them in laws be stronger than the blood. You know what
That's
I'm
right.
saying? So
That's
you
right.
already know. Um,
Mhm.
so rest in peace to her, of course. And now let's transition to y'all understand. Y'all know our hearts for Selma, Alabama. Um, and something happened today. Nature, something we cannot control. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times it happens unexpectedly. So here's a few pictures of our city, where our hearts reside. Um, Selma, Alabama. Unless you live in a rock, you understand that nature hits Selma. And a lot of the times in the past, man, when tornadoes or something like that go through Selma, it kind of passes. But
Mhm.
unfortunately, this time it stuck around and it did some damage.
Mhm.
So prayers
Some
up to
serious
Selma,
damage.
Alabama. Go
And
ahead,
we
bro.
will be there, man. We're gonna be there in the morning, late
Yeah,
tonight, once we're done with the show, to lend a hand, man. However we need to be used. Of course, we have our properties there, that we have to check on. But one thing about Selma, man, we come together. We're a community. We're a great community, man.
yeah.
You know what
Selma
I'm
bounce
saying? So
back,
we're
man.
gonna come together, man. We're gonna drive our truck down there. We're gonna do whatever is needed in the community and just come together. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
So we're gonna check on our family, and touch and face to face and touch them physically to make sure everyone is okay. But what I do want to say is that all our people who follow the show and follow our journey, if you want to give to Selma, to what's going on, man, the Frederick D. Reese Foundation is opening. Anything that you want to give towards Selma, we will make sure that it gets to the right individuals in Selma that can make a difference monetarily. So we're
That's
gonna
right.
open the FD Reese Foundation up for those donations. And of course, we know the mayor personally. We can call him up now, and we'll make sure that those donations go to the correct persons or whatever they have established. And
Hundred
when we
percent.
find out more information on how you can give to Selma, we will most definitely put that out on all our platforms. I got to say
Most
that.
definitely. Most definitely, most definitely. You already know Selma, and y'all already know the strength Selma has, and it ain't gonna change.
That's right.
So we know what we expect. We know what Selma is gonna go, is gonna be, and not only is it gonna be where it was, but it's gonna move forward and be even better and become even better, which the path is on. So much prayers
Right.
to Selma. Like bro said, we're gonna be down there in the morning. So if y'all know how to get in touch with us, if you want to personally give some, if you got to holler at us, hey, before y'all leave in the morning, want to send some water or something, please bring it. And we'll definitely get it to the city of Selma. So prayers up for Selma and all the families that are affected from the tornado. Especially I know it hit the southeast hard. So yeah,
That's right.
prayers up to that. It's that's a different way we start our show off, but everything family and people are the most important thing, and we have to understand that it's about relationships. So I already got the book out the way, and if you haven't booked the historical tours, and I said we have the special guest today is a leader, so you don't want to miss this. Trust me, you don't want to miss her. But before we go any further, y'all know what time it is. First Nurse Kimberly Reese is coming up. She will give us our health segment for the day. So we will be back in 30 seconds. Y'all know what I say. When I say 30 seconds, I mean 30 seconds. So we'll be right back. What's
Hello.
up, Kim?
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, doing good.
Yes,
First
yes.
of all, condolences to your family. You already
Thank
know what time it is. We ain't got none love for you and your family. And I appreciate your dedication, even at a time like this.
Yes, I
What
appreciate
you
it.
got for us, Kim?
All right. Hello, everyone. I'm happy to be here this thankful Thursday. I'm here to bring you your weekly health info. I know you guys heard of the story about Damar Hamlin. He played for the Buffalo Bills. January 2nd, he went into cardiac arrest on the football field while after doing a tackle. So that brings me to the topic, uh, CPR. Um, CPR is the definition of cardiopulmonary resuscitation. I truly believe with them doing CPR with him, I think it was around 9 to 10 minutes. They performed CPR, and it helped the situation of the outcome to be better. So that brings me to talk about this topic, this CPR. Um, so I'm gonna give you a little more information about him. He went into cardiac arrest. He was in the hospital for about a week or two. I say about a week. And January 9th, he was discharged, and he was very successful. I truly believe, again, with the CPR and the quick response to people, with people attending to him, he had a good outcome. So, this brings me to talk about CPR. Research shows that ambulance, after they receive the phone call, it could take at least up to 30 minutes. They're required to arrive at least within 8 minutes to 59 seconds in general. But in Atlanta, it was another research that showed that it could take up to 30 minutes, which is very unsafe. So, with that being said, I think that it's important for everyone to know CPR. I was researching this article right here. It was saying, you can go back, MJ. In an emergency, it's expected to wait 30 minutes in Atlanta. And I was like, wow, that's a big deal. So I'm like, everybody, that's a long time to be waiting on the ambulance if you have a person to go into cardiac arrest. So to have a antidote to this and to fix the situation, I think that everybody should know proper CPR. When a person goes into cardiac arrest and the heart stop beating, this is critical time. That's when people lose important time to their brain, to their heart, and this is a critical time. You can actually die. CPR is actually when it's the definition of CPR, according to the American Heart Association. CPR, which is cardiopulmonary resuscitation, is the emergency life-saving procedure when the heart stops. Immediate CPR can double or triple the chances of survival after cardiac arrest. Um, So there are different types of CPR. You have CPR with adult, uh, puberty or older. That's the two hand compression. That's when you put both of your hands together and you go into the center of the chest. Then you have the child, 1 year old to puberty. That's the one or two hand compressions. And then you have the infant. That's when you do just the two finger compressions. Um, so why is CPR important? Here are some reasons why. CPR effectively keeps blood flowing and provides oxygen to the brain and other vital organs, giving a victim better chance of full recovery. And it simply saves lives. CPR protects the brain, as I mentioned before, because it ensures oxygen and blood flow to continue to circulate throughout the brain. Um, Also, I'm going to talk about depending on if you're trained or not. The American Heart Association recommends a slightly different approach to doing CPR depending on how well trained you are. If you are trained, they want you to check to see if the person has a pulse first and is breathing. If there is no pulse or breathing within 10 seconds, use CPR compression rate of 100 to 120 per minute in cycles of 30 compressions, followed by 2 rescue breaths. Then repeat the sequence until the person starts to breathe. If you are untrained, you still can do CPR. If you're not confident in your abilities, they recommend that you don't give rescue breaths. I thought that this was important to show to the general public. A lot of people are uncomfortable giving breaths to someone they don't know. Say if you're walking and you see a bystander, you're not going to feel comfortable giving breaths to rescue breaths to a stranger. So they did say you can do the hands only CPR. This involves uninterrupted chest compressions of 100 to 120 beats. And I felt like that was interesting. The hands only compression CPR for people. So pretty much you put your hands together and you press in the center of the chest nonstop. Um, so with the next picture, it shows step by step with medical news today. That's this involves the rescue breathing techniques. First, you want to call 911 or ask someone else to. If they are not breathing, then you start CPR. And then, as you see, you lie the person flat first, and then you start CPR. Then you do 30 chest compressions, and then 2 rescue breaths, and then repeat until the ambulance comes. And again, remember, time is life. Time is ticking and it's of the essence. So that's important to know CPR. And then the next one, I have the hands-on CPR. That's when you call 911 and you just continuously do compressions without the rescue breaths. Um, and next, I'm going to show you how to get certified. You can get certified in CPR by meeting the requirements of CPR training program. These programs are offered in person, online, or as a hybrid of both. Classes are typically completed in 2 hours, depending on which format you choose, whether it's online training. Once you have completed the class, you will be able to get a certificate. CPR training courses are offered by hospitals, community centers, and national organizations such as Red Cross and American Heart Association. Not every CPR class is the same. There are CPR classes for healthcare professionals as well as CPR classes for layperson. And that's my health tip for today. Everybody get trained with CPR in the
And
household, even your
we
kids.
appreciate you. Right, there you go. From the
Yep.
top to the bottom.
Yep.
We appreciate you, Kim. Of course, always coming through with the valuable information, y'all. Please take heed to that because, as you can see, CPR was one of the reasons that Mr. Hammond
Hmm.
made it through with us today.
Yes.
So please take into consideration that. Coming back in 30 seconds, and we will talk about the Double Good Popcorn Fundraiser. Then, right
All
after
right.
that, special guest, Ms.
Okay.
Mary Robinson. So be
All
back in
right.
30 seconds. What's going on? What's going on? We are back and we have Miss Charlene Reese here to talk about the Double Good Popcorn Fundraiser. So take it away.
Good evening, everyone. I'm sorry. It seems like my computer is lagging.
Yeah, just go ahead and
Yeah.
talk out the picture up. Go ahead.
All right. Good evening. So we have 21 days until the Double Good Fundraiser Popcorn Fundraiser begins. It's going to be from February the 2nd to February the 6th, starting at 8 o'clock, ending at 8 o'clock, and that is Eastern Standard Time. You're going to do this online. You're just going to ask people. They want to buy some popcorn. 50% of the proceeds does go to the Frederick D. Reese Foundation. If you are interested in selling popcorn, you can email me at fundraise for fdreese@gmail.com. I'll send you the link to get your pop-up store. And yeah, you'll get started on February the 2nd. We will have winners, the top 3 winners. First winner get $100 to go towards any history on apparel they would like. Second place is $50. Third place is $25. So you all email me.
We appreciate that coming through with the Double Good Popcorn Fundraiser. We will be back. We're going to commercial. And look, if you want to sign up, someone texted me and asked me, you can sign up now. You don't have to wait till the weekend of the fundraiser. You can sign up now. Just email fundraise for fdreese@gmail.com. Get you started. So that way, when the weekend comes, you're already set up. And all ages can do this. And like Charlene said, 50% of the proceeds will go to the Missing Voting Rights Project. So we appreciate all the people that has signed up. So go ahead and get it in and sign up and get everything straight. When we come back, we have our special guest. I'll go ahead and say her name, Mrs. Mallory Robinson. She is from Selma. She's a Selma native. We're going to bring her back. We're going to talk about all the things she is talented at. It is many, and she's definitely going to help y'all in different ways. If you have businesses, be here. If you want a website done, be here. Please, if you a Delta, be here. You know what time it is. So we will be back after this break with our special guest. So please do not go anywhere.
And I persuaded teachers for the first time to engage in a teachers' march. And so we agreed that we were going to march.
Nice.
We'll stand strong. Where we belong. It's not about yourself.
First of all, serving notice on our nation. It's Dr. Frederick Douglass Reese.
We march. We march. We march. To march.
He said, what shall we do? I said, we are going back. He said, Yeah.
Welcome back. I don't know what happened to my brother. He just got out of here, but we're gonna keep the show rolling. Right now, we're gonna bring in Miss Robinson, and we're just gonna let her introduce. Well, I'm gonna introduce her, and she's gonna be able to talk about the things she got going on with her business. Welcome.
Hey, thanks for having me on.
I don't know what happened to MJ. And like I said, he's usually the one who kind of keep this train moving. Now he's decided to throw me out there to the wolves.
You want to wait and give him a few seconds to
No,
see?
we're gonna keep it rolling. So how you doing today?
I'm doing great. Well,
Um,
until I heard about the news that happened in Selma,
yeah.
it kind of really broke
Mhm.
my heart, and just seeing all of the pictures and stuff.
That's right. That's right. Have you talked to your family?
I
Um,
have, I
yeah,
have, and my family
okay.
is safe, and
Mhm.
nothing, no damage or anything to our house, but
Okay. That's
everyone else,
good.
yeah,
Okay. Now tell me this. I know you work for the Cobb County Schools, right?
yes.
So are you still remote, or were you in the building? What happened today? How did they do the kids?
Okay. Well, they actually let us leave early because of the tornado. So we're back in the office. So during COVID and the pandemic, we were working remotely, but we are not a remote district. So we are in the office every day. But today they actually let us go early.
Okay. So what do you actually do for the cab? Now does
Okay.
the working with the cab, does that kind of intertwine in what you do for yourself?
Not at all. I try to keep it separate. I mean, it's in IT. So for the cab, I work I start off as a system analyst in
Okay.
their IT department, just handling all the enterprise business systems that the district use as far as like for finances and HR and stuff like that. So I don't work with kids. I'm in IT. So I start off as a system analyst, but in September, I got promoted to a unit manager. So now I am a unit manager for applications development department within IT for DeKalb.
So, my kids go to school in DeKalb County. We
Okay.
got the class dojo. We got all the technical apps and stuff, and trying to keep us updated with the teachers and how they keep the grades going and all that. Do you have anything to do with how that runs?
Okay, so like I said, applications development, that's my team. So you have
Okay.
enterprise business systems and you have K-12 learning systems. I'm
Okay.
on the enterprise business system side,
Yeah.
not
Gotcha.
K-12. Yeah,
Gotcha.
well, but
Gotcha.
I have, if you got some questions, that's still our same team. I just don't dive
Okay.
into K-12, but I can hook you up with someone. You got any questions? I can find it out for you. Just let me know.
Oh, that's all good. It runs pretty smooth for me, I must say. But let's get into this. So tell me about, what is your business name and what is it that you do? What is your profession, and what do you do with your business? Tell me about it. I know what you do, but tell our listeners.
Okay. Well, my business is called Mallory Noel Designs, and it
Okay.
started off as Mallory Noel Web Design because I'm a web designer. Like, so my entrepreneur business venture, that's one of them. I'm a web designer. I love to build websites for, startups, businesses, brands, anything. I love to make, websites. So like I said, it started off as Mallory Noel Web Design, but then I started making business cards, making
Okay.
promotional graphics, just anything, graphical. So I dropped the Mallory Noel Web Design and I just say Mallory Noel Designs because I kind of just design anything that's gonna get your business an online presence.
Okay. Yeah, I must say, because you did fdreach.com and we love it. We have MJ back. And
Storm,
like
it
I
got
told
me,
him,
man.
you threw me out there to the wolves. I've
You
never
did.
done that part of the
did
show.
great. You were
You know what
doing
I mean?
great.
So
You were
now
doing
he's back. Now I'm gonna go back to my corner and let him do what he do.
Well, I guess I can. I gotta read the bio because it's
Got
this.
to. See, I didn't have it in front of me, so I couldn't read it.
Yeah, this remarkable here. Okay,
I would have
I'm
made
sorry.
I would have made it shorter.
Don't even worry about that. Sorry, y'all. The thunder got me. Internet went down, but we back. Okay, this is Mallory Robinson. I'm sure y'all already know that. She's a freelance web designer hailing from the historic Selma, Alabama. Received her BS degree in computer science from Clark Atlanta University. Y'all know what time that is. Where she developed a strong foundation in programming, algorithms, and data structures. Then went on to pursue a Master of Engineering degree from the University of Alabama at Birmingham. After graduating, she began her career as a web developer, system analyst. where I'll speak like I'm her, where I have been able to apply my technical skills and problem solving abilities to design and implement efficient systems for a variety of clients. I have always had a strong belief in the power of creativity and technology and have been able to apply this belief in my work as a web designer. With over 100 websites under my belt, write that down. I have a wealth of experience in creating visually stunning and user-friendly websites for a wide range of clients. In addition to my passion for technology, I'm also an avid traveler who loves to visit other countries. I often combine these two interests by participating in workshops around the world. In 2019, I had the opportunity to travel to, pronounce that for me, Accra, Ghana,
Ghana.
Accra, Ghana, for a technology workshop focused on improving the country's infrastructure. That is big. I had the chance to work with local experts and technology leaders, sharing ideas and insights on how to improve Ghana's IT infrastructure and bridge the digital divide. I was able to share my knowledge and skills to help develop sustainable IT solutions that will have a positive impact on the community in Ghana. I'm passionate about using my platform to make a positive impact in the world. My mission in life right now is to share my story and encourage more Black women to pursue careers in tech. I want to be a role model for the next generation, showing that with hard work, perseverance, and determination, anything is possible. Welcome to the Lineage Podcast, Miss Mallory Robinson. That's
Now,
how you.
now you've been properly introduced, I must say.
No,
Thank you.
I gotta say, it's a plethora of things that I'm impressed. I mean, you just don't do websites. Let's just go ahead and throw that out. To travel abroad like that and to be able to partner up with another country, and not only that, to also try to trailblaze and say you want more women to be involved in the tech field, which is that's very scarce for women, especially Black women.
Mm-hmm.
I'll ask this: what made you want to? That's big. What made you want to get into tech, and also piggyback? What made you want to travel to Ghana and also try to, like you said, try to bridge the digital divide? Like what brought that on?
Okay. So, okay, let's go back. Let's see why I wanted to get into tech. Okay, so you remember MySpace? I know y'all remember MySpace. Okay. So my sister came home. She worked at Alabama Power a long time ago, and she bought this big old computer home. I got on the computer, started learning how to work MySpace, doing all this programming and coding and all of this other stuff. And right there, I fell in love with like technology and building and designing different things. Then when I went to Clark Atlanta, I love technology and I like working on computers, but I kind of didn't know what I wanted to major in. But I always knew I was, had this computer back home. Then I seen that they had a major called computer science. Okay, let me see what this computer science major is about. So got into that. Received my degree in computer science, and that's when I got the knowledge and stuff for building websites. And after I graduated, I started working for the city of Tuscaloosa, Alabama, as their web designer. And this is where the Black women in tech thing kind of come in. Okay, so tech is kind of dominated by white men. It's barely no Black women in. It's probably like 3%. 3% is Black women in tech. And so I was the only one of these, working. And once I realized like how much money that you can make in tech, and I was like, oh, my sisters got to get into tech, So that's another thing, why I wanted to get into tech, and why I think it's important for Black women to get into tech. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money in tech. And we need to diversify the field. So that is my mission, is to start getting more Black women, actually just Black people in tech in general, So, and I actually want to start by, I have this idea.
Okay.
And I'm working on it now, so hopefully it'll come to fruition here soon. But I want to start a STEM academy for younger, Black and brown kids. Because like I said, growing up in Selma, we really didn't have just like STEM programs like when I was coming up. So I didn't know. But I feel like if we could start kids out now in science, technology, engineering, and math, start them out now, they'll be ready when they get to college and stuff, and the road won't be too hard. It won't be too hard. They'll already be versed and have knowledge in these, different subjects. So hopefully it's gonna be called M. Bean Academy, named after my dad, Marshall Bean.
That's right.
So I had started on this endeavor about 2 years ago, but my mom got sick, so I had to kind of pause. But now I think we're good. I can pick it back up. And so hopefully I will be launching that this summer. So
Okay.
I'll give y'all more information on that. But I think
Definitely.
very
Now,
important.
what's the most difficult part in your field? Because I mean, I know because sometimes anything with computers sometimes can scare people away, right? And I think that's one of the reasons why our Black women is like, because a lot of Black women, a lot of women go for the more of the caretaker field. But like you said, this field is dominated by white men. So what do you think is something that can be done to kind of get this magnetic field to make our people that look like us with the melanin in the skin, make them say, hey, let me go over here? Because money is always going to be one of them, right? What do you think something else can be done to bring more people to that field?
I'm gonna be honest, I already see it. Look at all the content creators on TikTok and Instagram and things like that, So I see that we're already doing. We got to make it fun. That's the thing. We have to make it fun. And I want people to know that, technology is here for you to work smarter, not harder. I think people kind of overcomplicate technology and computers, but these systems are made for you to be able to, do things easily, not overcomplicate things. And you can't break a computer. I tell my mama all the time, like, mama, just press the button. It's not gonna hurt. You're not gonna mess up nothing. We can go back and redo it. Like, so I think people psych themselves out. Like, you don't have to be knowledgeable. Look, StreamYard, what we're using now, that's technology. Y'all running it like it's just super easy. And that's why I tell people, like, technology is not as complicated as people make it to be. It's just buttons. It's here to make your life easier, So use it,
100%.
feel emboldened, feel empowered, work smarter, not harder.
Right, 100%. Now I saw it. I got to point this out. Over 100 websites under your belt. Now that's not a small task. And first of all, we appreciate you doing what you have done for us. And I know, right?
I know I got on my nerves, MJ. I know I. You know what I'm saying? She moved it out expeditiously. She expedited the movement.
My question is because I'm a songwriter, and I know sometimes I can get writer's block, right? So I can know what I want to write about, and then it won't come to me, right? But for you to be able to do over 100 websites, so you have to have some type of creative gene, because different clients are going to come to you with different ideas, and they want to see things different way. It's a visual. What is don't say their names, and if it's us, say it's us though.
Yeah, we're great.
Give me a story of a client that because I know it can be tough. Give me a story of a client that, I'm not gonna say wasn't satisfied, but didn't understand what it takes to go into building a website, and so they had a lack of knowledge. So in retrospect, it just didn't work out. I know you have a few of them, but give us one example.
Let me think, because that's a lot. I mean, It's like all the time. I don't really want to call anybody out, but I will say this. People get marketing and web designers like mixed up, like confused.
Mhm.
So a lot of people think because I built your website that I got to market it and promote it and stuff like that. And I just build your website. I'm just a web designer. That's all I do. Now I got people. My sister, she's a publicist. If you need somebody for PR and content, I can do that. But a lot of people will kind of be like, well, are you not promoting my things? And I'm like, no, that's your job. I'm just here to construct it, build your house, build your online house, and you're here to maintain it and different things like that. So I won't just call out anybody, but just know that's what I get the
Run
most.
to that the most.
It's like, you build my website now, I don't have any traffic, I don't have any sales coming to my website, or I don't have, it's kind of like
It's their job to drive it there.
Right.
So that's why
I build a car, you got to drive it,
Right, you got to drive it. But I do want, us to know, before you start a business, start like researching different things, about what you need to make your business sustainable, which is like right now in today's world, technology. But you also need to know, and I tell my clients this too. So once I build a website, it's something called a CMS, content management system, where people can go in and actually update their content and stuff themselves. Now I have people that, don't want to do that at all, and I don't mind doing it for you, but I strongly suggest you learn how to do it yourself. You know what I'm saying? You want to know every aspect of your business, whether it's finances, you need to know the technology part of it too. You know what I'm saying? Because I tell a lot of people, what if I get sick or something and you need this update done like today and I can't do it. So you need to be able to know how to do it. Go back to technology is not as difficult as a lot of people,
Yeah, I agree. I think we as small business owners have to be a jack of all trades. Not a micromanager, but a jack of all trades. If we need to step into a position or do something, we should be able to have enough knowledge to update the website. If something has changed, to get on there and go behind the website and change the content or change the pictures or things like in that.
And it's super easy. And
it is easy. It really is.
That's what the CMS is for.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people, like you said, I think a lot of people have talent and they jump into their small business because of their talent, and they don't know how much work it is. They don't know. They just don't know.
I still see people with for their business with Gmail emails. It's kind of like, can I get an info at whatever your domain is.com, because I think you're more credible. If I Google a business, I'm looking for something, let's say a beauty salon, and I come to and I Google and I see somebody with a Gmail versus somebody with a .com, business email, I'm gonna probably go to the person, that has the .com business email, because I feel like you're more credible. A Gmail email is free. You know what I'm saying? You got to put effort and money into, So
that's right.
Yeah. That's what, like you said, the research is very important. Because me and my wife got a Turo car, and one of the first things I did say, I researched what's the cars that rent out the most, and as far as what's gonna save on gas, what's gonna, as far as the price per day. And a lot of people don't want to do research because sometimes they go into a business with, oh, this is my baby, emotionally, attached to it. When you got to do the research, sometimes you got to take your emotions out of it, and you'll be better prepared. There was something else I want to ask you about, and I
want to ask you about her and her sisters, man. They got a 3-headed dragon. They got a clothing line. Let's talk about all of it. You got a good design. Your older sister, she a PR because she's done work for us. Yeah, most definitely.
Shout out to Lori. Shout out to her.
And then your youngest sister, not too long ago, your niece. That's right, your niece. His niece. So y'all got a lot of things going on together. Let's talk about it, because you got the clothing line on right now, don't you?
Well, okay, I'm gonna get into that too, because that's under. We was talking about all my different.
There you go.
Give it to us.
Y'all know I'm making shirts and stuff now. So me and my business
Okay.
partner, ML Customs. Go to the website, mlcustoms.shop. Anything that you need. I make shirts, sweatshirts, hats, bags, whatever you need. You need a vendor for your apparel. So yeah, I was Safari's vendor for her clothing line, you know. So
Okay.
you get to the clothing thing later.
Yeah.
I know y'all
There
have
you
a
go.
order.
Hey, seven
it's-
streams of income. No, you talk
Yeah.
about it.
Right.
Yeah, tell us about it. You
For
know.
real. What I don't know what did I want to ask her? Not the mission, because I'm like I got to ask her this. Good God Almighty, and I done forgot, man.
They'll
You know,
come
you're
back.
getting 40 this year, but you're still too young to be forgetting, young man.
No, bro. I know.
It'll come back.
Okay,
It'll
yeah.
come back to you. We were
It'll
talking
come back.
about me, my niece, and my sister. You know, the things that we do, and that's what I also send like clients to her as well. You know, so if someone comes in, I build them a website, but they need PR, they need social media, they need content strategies. I'll send them over to my sister or to my niece.
Now, when you say content strategies,
Mm-hmm.
why is that important? What
Okay.
is, you know, I would love to know, you know, more in depth of content strategy. Is it so basically you saying it's a way you should put your content out on the internet, you know?
Yeah, you need to, especially know the analytics of your business.
There we go.
Let's just take Instagram, for example. If you have a business, Instagram, they have all these analytics. You can see what time people, you know, are looking at your page. What's the good time to post? What days should you post on? So that's a part of like content strategy. You know, you want to make sure you post things when your audience is available and ready to view. So that's also a part of content strategy. Now, that's my sister is the expert at that. So she'll have a whole calendar out, a month calendar for a client. And this is the month strategy. And on that month calendar, she'll have, okay, on Monday at 1 p.m., you need to post this, or Thursday, such, you know. So she plans her clients' content strategy like month by month, you know.
Now tell the Lord's Peaches, she didn't tell us this.
Oh yeah,
Give her that goal.
honestly,
Give her that goal.
I think she's trying to hand it off to my niece Safari. So
Okay.
she's doing her thing too with that. I'll give y'all her contact information as well.
Okay.
Okay.
That's important though, man. You know, because you want as small business owners and entrepreneurs, man, you gotta have them eyes on you. You know what I'm saying? Instagram and Facebook is a great tool, and TikTok and all the other ones. But if you don't have the eyes on you, it's not working. So if you learn the time of days, the time that people are on and watching you, man, you can really get more sales, you know, or get more bookings or whatnot. You know, those analytics are very important. Oh, he came up. We got it.
How was Ghana?
It was beautiful. Like, oh my God, just being, you know, in the motherland. Like, it was just, ooh. And they treat you like a queen over there. Like, it was just so beautiful. I was in the capital. So it's like you'll be in the city and then you step across something, you're just like in a village, then you step across something else and you're just on a resort. It was very beautiful. It was a great experience. It was super hot. It was super hot.
Yeah.
Super hot. Food was good. The technology is lacking there, you know, as far as like, you know, Wi-Fi and different things like that. And that's what that conference was about, you know, just how to, you know, get sustainable Wi-Fi in their area. And so I actually met with two when I was there. I actually met this lady who was speaking. She was speaking about women in tech, you know. And so I just went up to her after she got done speaking, and I was like, you know, I'm really, I enjoyed your speech. You know, I want to just talk to you about some things. I introduced myself, told her what I do. Right then and there, she wanted me to build her website. So I met with her right after the conference. She took really good care of me, y'all. I met this lady probably the second day in Ghana, and she just took care of me my whole trip. Like,
Wow.
yes, and I still talk to her to this day.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Relationship.
she's real big in tech over in Ghana. So
Okay.
it was a beautiful experience. It
Mm.
really was. She wants to plan a tech conference as well in Ghana. So that's something she's working on, and I know I'll be definitely going back over there
Well, yeah, that's
to
good.
Okay.
help with that.
I'm proud of you. That's good. That's
Yeah.
big.
For real.
Thank
big.
you.
Real.
Making change from
We
Selma,
gonna go.
Alabama. So
I
you
know, right? We ain't gonna hold it long because we ain't gonna hold you long. I
You're
gotta
fine.
ask you. If there's anything that you would leave with somebody, let's say they trying to start a business.
Mhm.
If there's any piece of advice that you would leave with someone, what would it be?
If they're starting a business now, okay. Make sure that right now I feel like people are just jumping on the entrepreneur bandwagon just because that's what's hot now. You know what I'm
Get
saying?
saturated, right?
Right. You know, and I got to do this because this is what everybody is doing now.
Mhm.
So just to make sure that you are genuinely doing this, you know, this is something that you want to do. You're not doing this for, social media or clickbait or anything like that, because you want your business to prosper. So, and you don't want to do it too fast. I know somebody come up with a business idea or something they want to do, and then next week they done launch their business. It's like, no, you got to do research. You got to make sure you have everything in order, about that. So I would just say, make sure you are doing it for the right reasons and not just because this is what's hot,
That's right.
now, because everybody want to be an entrepreneur. Just make sure that you are doing it and don't quit your day job until
There you go.
day job until your entrepreneur stuff, like really, really work. Now, I believe in multiple streams of income. Like,
That's
I don't
right.
believe in just one thing, and I believe in a consistent paycheck. I'm not one of those ones that's going to tell you to come out here and quit your day job and just be an
Right.
entrepreneur. Don't quit your day job until your side hustle make you a millionaire. That's how I
It's,
do
Right.
it's a transition.
Mhm.
That's right. It's a transition throughout.
you don't want to cause yourself any more, harm. So
Yeah.
like I said, just don't jump on the bandwagon. Make sure you research. Make sure you get you a business email. Make
Mhm.
sure you stay all businesses for real. Y'all need to stay away from like Cash App and stuff like that. Get you a legitimate business
That's
account.
right.
Stop
Right.
taking stop taking money through Cash App and all that other
Mhm.
stuff. Get your website, send your clients to the website
Right.
to make them check out,
Get
just
check out. That's right. That's right.
take your business serious, I don't feel a ghetto business.
That's right.
Right. Right.
Well,
That's
that's
fact.
I would second what you just said. You can't jump out there with a microwave mentality. This entrepreneurship is a slow cook marathon. And so if you have a sprinter's mentality, you will not sustain because it's a cutthroat world. Business is about the relationships you build. One thing about entrepreneurship, you launch something, you think family and all that's going to be excited. Yeah, they're going to be excited for a moment, but the people that will support you the most are the people that you never met. And that's the thing. I guarantee out of those 100 websites you built, I guarantee it's a lot of them probably did. Some of them started with family, but word of mouth. And I guarantee it's relationships that you built on the way by meeting people and talking to them in public, and they're getting your services. So it's a marathon, man.
It
And, and I
is.
and I and I agree with you. Don't just jump out that transition. When people say jump, they hear Steve Harvey talk this and that. When you're gonna jump, well, what they're saying, when is your mindset gonna change? It's a mindset first before it's a physical action. Your mindset has to change to be an entrepreneur because doors close. You have more times that you maybe have been told no than yes, and you got to keep going. Can't
Right.
give up. You can't crawl in a cocoon or go in a box or whatnot. You got to keep going. So you got to have a mindset that will sustain you through the no's, through the dark times. So like Granddaddy say, so when day break, you'll be there. But it's a cold road, trying to start a business from scratch.
Yeah.
And of course, I know you've been to school, years of that, years of working in the school system, years of working for the city. You've done a lot, and you've built, a reputation in your skill set.
Right.
And then some people come around, want to learn and do what you do overnight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you, Ms. Ross, can you show me how to build this website? Everything you do, but I want to learn in 3 weeks. And you like, hold on, it's been a 12-year journey for me.
Right. Right.
So the marathon
Somebody-
mentality has to be in effect.
Somebody hit me up and want me to send them your info. So leave it. Of course, I'm gonna send it to them, but just in case someone else, you can leave it.
For you ready? Okay.
Yeah,
For-
what do you think?
For websites, you can go to MalloryNoelDesigns.com, or you can find me on Instagram, Mallory_Noel. For my business, my shirt business, it's mlcustoms.shop, and the Instagram is ml_customs. So yes, if you need,
ML.
I'm gonna send it to you. If you need shirts or anything, mlcustoms.shop is the website, and then you can find us on Instagram as well. My STEM Academy is gonna be online, and it's gonna be for grades K through 12. Like I said, I'm trying to get that launched in this summer, but the website is up. It's mbingacademy.org. And you can go there for any parents or anything that wants to, stay notified or interested. You can just send me your email through the website, and then I'll be, contacting the parents and stuff, letting them know when the STEM Academy will be ready to go.
Okay, most definitely
That's
sign my
what's up.
kids up.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Next, I want to move. Yeah, I'm trying to move this on to the kids. Like, if I could teach somebody else to do this,
Right.
Yeah.
somebody else to do this, just let me delegate.
Hey, I promise you that's what me and my brother, we go through that. We going through that now. Like, when you get stressed in and you got a lot going on, you be happy to delegate to the right person and be like, look,
That's right.
handle this, please.
Right.
With my new
It's lacking.
promotion, with my new
Right.
promotion as a manager, I'm like, oh, I love delegating.
Well,
Can
look,
you help me with this task?
we appreciate you joining us, man. It's been an honor. I think it's I'm gonna say this with the connections, and it show you it's a testament to the impact that people have, the connection from that our families have generations before us trickle down to us. And it's remarkable to be able to have so many people from Selma be a guest on here, and it's like fam. And then you sit back and you realize, like, dang, the generations before us, man, was really working for real.
That's right.
That it impacted us, and now we are blossoming from their work.
Yeah.
And we trying to keep it going in our own ways and in our own generation. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
you already know what time it is. So we appreciate you, and what you're doing is you're definitely not in the majority.
That's right.
You're definitely
That's
not
right.
in the majority. So everybody out there watching, you got to give her 2 pieces of cake, because that's a different race she running. You know what I'm saying? Not only are you running a race that a lot of black people not running, but let alone black women. You know what I'm saying? So
The women, period.
right, man.
Period.
Right. Women,
You know,
period,
so-
let alone black women. So
Yeah.
we appreciate you. Go ahead, bro.
No, I got
Okay.
I appreciate you all, especially for the work that you all are doing, still keeping my good pastor's legacy alive. So, I appreciate that. And if there's anything that I can do, to help out, you already got my number. Just call me, I'll be there for you guys. When are y'all going to Selma?
well, late in the morning. Well, I'm going about
Yeah,
4 in
about
the
5 or 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
I'm right here about 5 or 6 o'clock. in the
Okay.
morning.
Yeah, I'm gonna go down there Saturday to lend a hand.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
The pictures look horrible.
yeah.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Yeah.
We'll get through it.
Yeah.
Selma has shown time and time again that they just a different type people, man.
Different
So,
type, dog.
different type, so we're gonna get through it. We're gonna all get through it.
Well, I'll call y'all when I get down there.
Okay,
To see
then.
what area y'all are at, working and stuff. So
Okay. We'll
Yeah.
appreciate you, Mallory. We'll check with you later. And everybody save her information. If y'all want it, y'all can hit the lineage. Y'all can hit our emails, and y'all know how to get in touch with us, and we'll definitely pass on the information. So we appreciate Mrs. Mallory Robinson joining the Lineage Podcast.
thank you. I really enjoyed it. I'll see you guys.
Okay. See you.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Bye.
Man, that was great.
Oh yeah, man.
I want people to see, man. It's great to see a lot of professional Black women, man. You look at Nurse Kimberly, you look at Charlene,
Yeah.
Ms. Robinson. These women ain't out here shaking their butt for likes on Instagram. These are professional Black women who I usually say declare Hustables of the community, who
Right.
gets overlooked more than any other individual in the community, bro.
Facts.
And I feel like when we start showing these women in their true light, we can stop allowing the what would we call it? I ain't gonna say what's the right word.
What is-
I don't want to say the T word. I want to say the ratchetness. Let's say that.
Oh,
Because-
I got you.
Because
Okay.
I was gonna say the other word, but I'm gonna say
got it.
ratchetness.
Got you.
When they tend to put the ratchetness as the top of our community, and other communities feel like this is the the leading. This is what represents the Black community, the ratchet
Right.
Black woman.
Right.
And that is not so. That's far from the truth. But we
Mhm.
continue to allow them to put those people up first.
Mm-hmm.
And I love to have Black women on the podcast that's professionals, that walks in with grace and walks in their feminine, fun, fit way, what they
That's right,
should
bro.
walk. And they
Mhm.
remind me of the women of our parents and grandparents. And nothing is wrong with us saying that.
No
You know what I'm
wrong
saying?
with it.
Just
No
like
wrong
we
with
expect men to remind us of our fathers and grandfathers.
it. Right.
I hated that the rappers, the gangster rappers, all those, I can't say ratchet. They don't use to call men ratchet, do they? But y'all know what I mean.
Yeah.
The thug mentality.
Right.
I despise that. That is the mentality, and that is at the forefront to represent the Black man, when that is far from the truth.
Far from
And
the
it's
truth.
time for us to start speaking up. I submit and I ask the Claire Hustable. The reason I say Claire Hustable because I'm giving you an example. I
Mhm.
dare the Claire Hustable woman of today to stand up against the ratchet woman and put her in her place and tell her that you do not represent us as a community and you need to go sit down in your place until you change your ratchetness. Just
Right.
like we as men should turn around and tell the thug rapper, look, we are tired of y'all being the representation of we as Black men.
Right.
We wear our pants with our belts on. We get our haircuts. We know how to speak to women and the elders. We know how to be the head of our homes. We know how to direct people, our women and children. And we know when to have a forceful hand and we know when to not have a forceful hand. We know how to have conversations. We do not walk and act on our emotions. And when our emotions get out of whack, we shooting and killing each other. That is
Exactly.
not the representation of the Black man. And Black men, if you have any of those individuals in your life, I dare for you to look them in the face and tell them, look, homie, it's time for you to go to the corner because you are not what we want representing us as black men. And I think as the black man who I just explained that we expect to stand up, and the black woman who I just explained who we expect to stand up, the black community will be looked upon better than what we are looked upon, brother. And
Yeah.
people would say, what can you say? You can't say I'm a misogynist. You can't say that because I talked about both.
Right.
But it is the truth. And whoever don't like it, well, let it simmer on your heart and deal with it. I don't care, but it is the truth. But I'm tired of what BET shows what the black family is. I'm tired of the ratchet TV, MTV. I'm tired of it. And I'm not talking about the white racist man. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about us as individuals who has the power to let the world project to the world how black people are. I'm talking to you. Please stop doing what you're doing because of money. The word says the love of money, not money. The love of money is the root of all kinds of evil. So what that means is that these black folks who putting these thugs and these ratchet women up front, they are selling their community out for money. And we were going to stop.
Yeah.
And that's it. And learn how to take constructive criticism. Man, one thing I can say about our community, we can't take constructive criticism for nothing. Every time we say something about each other, oh, they hating. Oh, you this. Oh, you that. Oh, you don't like women, this and that. Man, we should have conversations with each other and tell each other, look, that what you're doing is just not right. And you should be able to tell me the same thing, bro, and I should be able to receive that as a man from a woman. From a Alan, I don't like when you do this. If I wasn't married, if a woman was saying, well, the reason, Alan, you can't find a wife because you're stubborn, this, you don't tell her you're not intimate with a woman, you don't tell a woman she's pretty and beautiful. If a woman told me that, I got to look at myself, take inventory and say, if she's right, this might be a reason why I'm not with a woman. And take that and change. Vice versa. If a man tell a woman, look, you're too masculine, or you jump in his face, they don't like this, and this and whatever the issue is, if he's man enough to tell you that in a loving way, and you still get upset, you're wrong. You're proving his point why you're not married. Right. And I always say this: if you're serious about the black agenda, you got to be serious about the black family.
Right. And
my greatest the greatest decision outside of accepting Yahushua, also known as Jesus, my Lord and Savior, is looking across the aisle and marrying a black woman, and me sitting up here as an activist saying I love my black people.
Right.
That's just me.
And I think sometimes it can get misconstrued, because when you hold it's kind of like when you are holding people accountable, then they want to try to vilify you.
That's right.
As if, well, who hurt you, or you don't have no love. When let's put it parallel to Granddaddy. There's a lot of things that Granddaddy did for his black people that at a particular time they may not have understood what was best for them. And so when you come in and you say, well, this is what we need to fix, this is what's happening, and this, that, and the third, then if we fix these things, we will have better results. And I think sometimes the reason why our community don't like to accept constructive criticism is because we have become comfortable living in dysfunction. And so we know that dysfunction, to get out of dysfunction, is going to take work. It's going to take work from the men. It's going to take work from the women. It's going to take some compromise on both parts.
That's right.
I mean, I posted on my social media. One day I posted, not too long ago, I posted about a man, and people were surprised because I posted a post about a man that said they were dating for 6 years or something like that. and he didn't want to get married. And so what I posted above the post was, a man knows whether he gonna marry you 6 to 8 months, a year max.
Mm-hmm.
I said, so women out there, if that man ain't trying to marry you, run,
Move on.
move on.
Move on.
And of course, I didn't get a lot of likes on that one, as if I got on the whole plate.
You be
thing,
burning them, but you be making them mad.
But
Well-
you know, and I said, I'm an equal accountability partner. I'm an equal accountability man. I don't want men to waste y'all time, just as if I want to, because I am a married man, I would like to, and I see the numbers, I see the statistics, I do the research, and I see what's happening, and I got into not a debacle, but a little debate over a plate, just a point of
saw
the
that.
man eating first.
Yeah.
And so, and what I was saying is most of the time when you ask a man, if you
He's gonna
want
say some kids' food.
to say fix the kids first, but it's also important for the woman to show that I would at least fix daddy plate first. The kids sit down and get their plate. We all pray together and we eat.
And sometimes
Because-
daddy get to play first. Hey,
Sometimes and I was saying, and my point was, it's showing if you have kids at that table, it's showing the little girls how they supposed to serve their husband. It's showing the boys what you look for in a woman. It's showing a lot of things, but majority of the women were coming on there like, oh, my kids eat first.
well, that's what's wrong with society.
Right.
When we as people, I don't care who don't like this. I really don't. This is the minister and pastor in me.
Give it to them.
When we start putting kids before the marriage, this is why you got these bad behind, disrespectful, can't tell them nothing, separate mom and daddy kids. You shown them all their life that they come first and they butts don't.
Right.
Then you grow old, you get married, and then you come first. But in this house,
right.
See, I've learned this, bro. They've tricked us as a community, especially our women, that serving is slavery.
Right.
Serving is bondage.
Mm-hmm.
Get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Something is wrong with when you see nowadays when a woman see a woman serving a man. Oh, that's bondage. I don't serve no man. No. You best believe she might be fixing his plate. But let me tell you something. Somebody come in that house that don't supposed to be in that house, that man gonna lay his life down for his family.
Facts.
Everybody playing the role. People always say, well, we talk about being equal, this and that. Everybody has a role to play. It's like me in my house. I believe in guns. I got a Mossberg, I got pistols. Somebody come in my house, King gonna go get the kids. I'm going to get the pistol grip pump.
Exactly.
I'm finna go take care of the intruder. You get the kids, get in the safe spot, and call the police. That's the role. I'm not expecting for me to get the kids and Kim go get the pistol grip pump and kind of business. No, everybody got a role. So let's play the role. And there's nothing wrong with we telling each other, look, you are not playing the role. See, we understand roles and everything else but marriage and life. We understand everybody got to play a role. Football game, the offensive lineman, the center can't be the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? The tight end can't be the running back. Everybody got a role to play. Even with basketball, the point guard brings the ball down. His IQ most of the time is greater than everyone else's IQ. He got to play his role. The center got to be able to bang, rebound, put it back up.
And you know what, bro? You're 100% right. And I broke it down like this. I said, because someone said, well, it's equal, it's 50-50. I said, okay, so let's do it like this. If it's 50-50, then let's do it like this. You going out somewhere, you, your man, and your kids. He opened the door. Kids go in, he follow behind the kids and let you hold the door for your own self, right? You're going to look at him like he crazy. You don't want no gender roles and all of that, right? So I said, so if we're going to be equal, if we're going to be equal, put it down the middle. He ain't open no doors. If a fight break out, every man and woman for themselves. If someone break into the house, he gonna defend himself and you defend yourself.
No, sir.
That's not how it's supposed to go.
That's not how it's supposed to go.
What I told her is it's not fair that nowadays you want equal accountability when it only benefits you, but you are so great and willing to take all of the nuances and all of the benefits when it comes to other things. Who's taking out the trash? Who's most of the time mow the lawn? Who does this? You know what I'm saying? So you'll accept all those benefits, but now because someone is saying, well, it works better if a woman submits to a man, now it's, oh no, we equal around these in this camp. When that's just not how the way, with the best results. Now, if that's what you do in your own household, cool. I'm just saying what I see. What brings on the better outcome, especially for my black women, because like you said, they have been tricked, and we have been tricked in our community because we are the only people to get on and say, the women say they don't need a man. I don't see no other group, no other social group or none that get on there and say, I am strong and independent. I don't see that. No Asian women say I'm a strong, independent Asian woman. I don't see it.
You're not gonna see it. We're not gonna go down, because I can go after the Emancipation Proclamation, and I'm gonna do that. This is not for tonight.
Right.
But what I've learned is this: a lot of people love FD. They love him.
Mm-hmm.
They love the man. I go to Selma, man, they respect him. But you know what I know today? If FD Reese was our age today and implementing the things that he implemented in his time, he would be one of the most hated men in this world. They would counsel him.
That's right.
He would be counseled. He would be counseled on the structure that he would try to implement in his community. Y'all would say he's just not good.
He massaged. Oh, they would say FD massage.
Oh, MJ. Oh my Lord. But see, you look at his life and his legacy and say, man, what a man, but you don't want to take his structure.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? You want to look what he did, but you don't want to look at what he had to implement to get done what he did. And what I'm saying is we need to go back to those times.
That structure.
As far as the structure, folk. Now, I know some of the other stuff may be much like the whoop. See, I still believe in whoopers. Me and you, we kind of, MJ, you better at talking.
Right.
I give you that. Me, I get straight to the point. Give me the belt. It's on the pop. I done told you, I ain't finna keep kind of going around. We having these conversations, trying to understand and give you chance. No. And guess what? I feel like that I can do that because I got my whoopings and took my whoopings.
Right.
So I'm giving out whoopings now. But what I'm saying is, but you know what? But both of us still have that same structure because FD and our dad, Marvin Reese, they talked to us. They had conversations with us. It wasn't always belts and behinds. Right. It was conversations. I do have conversations, but I do more whoopings than conversation. You do more conversation than whoopings. It's okay. But the structure is still there. You know what I'm saying? So I love my people enough to say, look, we got to get back to the structure and let this ratchetness and this thug mess go, bruh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The biggest threat in our community is not the racist white man, it's each other.
Mm-hmm.
It's each other.
But see, you can't say that.
You can't say that. But it's the truth. See, I fight for both.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be behind you when the racist white person show their colors. I'm gonna talk about what happened from the Emancipation Proclamation, mass incarceration. I can talk about crack and cocaine. I can talk about all that. I'm well-rounded. But I can still turn to my folks and say, it's some stuff that we just can't blame on white folks. Or they have some blame, but we got to stop playing and falling for the tricks.
Mm-hmm.
And see, that's what we do now. We fall for the tricks. This situation right here where you can't tell nobody none about where they're wrong. This is crazy, man.
Right.
You can't tell nobody none. It started with the kids first. Remember, it started in the school system first. Remember, 10, 12 years ago, you can't tell a child nothing in the school. Parent ready to go there and fight the teacher.
Mhm.
Look what it led to. It led to a slap your teacher challenge.
Yep.
By them parents going up to the school, believing everything their child said when you knew your child was bad. These kids has gotten worse over the years. Now they got the audacity to have a TikTok challenge on TikTok called Slap Your Teacher Challenge. When we was in school, we couldn't have thought that, bruh.
Man, I couldn't thought slapping my teacher.
What you saying? We couldn't have thought that. It was consequences and repercussions right there.
Bro, we couldn't even raise our voice at our teacher.
Yeah.
We
I remember,
couldn't.
man, Chopper Hill, man, I was acting up one time at Chopper Hill. Daddy came up there with the belt.
Right.
Daddy come up there long. He come up there and bash. He came up there with some shorts, long johns, and his work boots on with the belt. I was in the 7th grade at Chopper Hill Elementary, ready to put one on me. Do you think a teacher said something to him? No.
Like when mom was at the bus stop.
My mom was at the bus stop with me, called me, whooped me all the way to the house. I deserved it. You think any parent or anybody said something to them?
Nope.
But look at the type of men we are now, bro.
Right.
That's a part of our upbringing.
Mhm.
So you want this type of man, but don't want the upbringing and the structure that
Right.
come with it.
Right.
That's crazy.
Right.
That's crazy.
Exactly. And that's why I say some things we got to keep from those generations before us, man, because they did work. They did work, man. But our society now is so soft and try to let kids be so inclusive when they don't have no damn reason to be inclusive on. Like I see now, you can be, did they say in the 3rd grade or 4th grade, and as a kid you can change your gender.
That's crazy.
You as a kid.
A child. Come on. I'm gonna let my child be what he want to be. What no structure then. But then turn around. But then this what get me. Then when stuff happen, the first thing they want to say, Lord, fix it. Hold on. But God gave you these instructions. Raise a child the way that he shall go, and he shall not depart. Spare the rod, spoil the child. You don't want to get no discipline. You don't want to have no influence on his mind. You don't want to do none of that. But then, and you want to say, I'm just gonna let them choose. They do what they want to do. And then when they act up, Lord, fix it. What? God looking at you, the audacity of you to talk.
Right.
And to ask a question.
Mm-hmm.
I gave you the instruction, you chose not to abide by. Parenting.
Mm-hmm.
What they used to, my mom, I can say it on here. Remember, my mom there came up with a great word. And excuse my language, I usually don't say this on live, but they used to call folks punk ass parents.
Oh,
We got a lot of that. Paps. Punk ass parents, and it's called paps. I said that you can say the preacher cussed over here. Well, it's the truth. We got a lot of paps around here, bro. That's true.
Man.
We got a lot of paps. Mama didn't say, "Oh, there goes some paps."
Go pap right there. But it's real. Some people don't understand how, and it's nowadays. And I say right now, that's why, with as being a parent now, I think it has its tougher parts than the generation before us, and its more lenient parts. Like with technology, we can, if our child goes missing or something like that, it'll be easier for us to kind of, track them down or things of that nature. But now, even on the flip side, the technology has advanced, so it also has advanced what our children are exposed to.
That's true. That's true.
So a lot of the times in that aspect, it's a little bit tougher.
It is.
To be a parent and to kind of, you got to kind of shield them from the world now in your house because of the access. And I think sometimes those ground roots are needed, because if you like Penny said, parents want to be their child's friends instead of parents. And I think if you're trying to be a child's friend in today's time, it's even more detrimental effect than if you were trying to do it 50 years ago. Because now it's the world is so polluted, and it's so hard for children, man. It really is.
Really, we should be stricter.
Right.
In today's time.
Because they have peer pressure. We had peer pressure at our school, at our little home school, our neighborhood. If somebody joned on you on the bus,
Yeah,
about
we
your
take
shoes, it gonna
yeah,
get about 100 people, and that's it, right? But
yeah.
nowadays on
Take it
IG,
mm-hmm.
it it
To
can
go
go
viral.
viral like this.
That's right.
And so now the peer pressure is heightened way more for the children now. So you're right. I think more structure is needed now.
That's right.
To be honest, man, more
And,
structure.
like I said, I didn't become friends with my parents until I got grown and
Right.
my own. You know what
Fam.
I'm saying? My relationship with my parents hit a different tier when I got married and was in the head of my own house. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And my
Right.
wife and all, and they saw that I was responsible and I was
Mhm.
being a good husband and I chose a great lady as a wife. And that's when our relationship started. Now we could be friends
Right.
because some of the things that they went through as adults, now we can talk about it like, it's being married couples and stuff. So the dynamics are different. But when I was a kid, man, we couldn't be in the room when grown folks are talking.
Facts.
Remember
They
that,
look at
bro?
us like, bro,
Like,
mama said, say it, Al. I got it in. And then I got someone who just entered in, and I got to get it. I got to say their name. This is my mother-in-law right here. Mrs. Emmy Weaver said, you better say it. So I had to acknowledge her in the
yeah,
chat. But yeah,
but
you
they
100% right, because remember, if I remember being with mama and them, first of all, I hope mama and dad don't have no problems. And mama and them threw the best parties. Let's just go ahead and throw that
oh
out
yeah,
there. They
yeah,
threw the
Super
best Super
Bowl,
Bowl party.
yeah, mm-hmm.
It was the place to be. Now, you remember when they'll have company and they'll be in there talking, I don't care how loud they are, whatever, right? As a kid, if you walk in the middle of the living room, what they gonna do, bro?
They gonna look at you like you just straight out of place.
And their mind say, what the hell you doing in here? Like, you better be dying. I'm talking about somebody better be bleeding before you come in here. But what I'm saying, little things like that, it shaped you to learn to know how to respect not only just your parents, but adults, period. And I'll be 40 this year, and I still have those same qualities when it comes to respecting my elderly. You look at some of the generation now, they don't even respect their elders, man.
They showed it because Dad always said that you better learn how to respect people's age. I
That's
respect
right.
their age. And that's right. I might be 37 grown, my own, this and that, but you better be respectful to people's age now. Because they still older than your mom and daddy.
And remember back then, the neighbor called your mama. I saw MJ around going over there, and I saw him throwing dirt on somebody, throwing rock, and it get back to mama, and mama ain't gonna say, don't say nothing to my child today.
Oh, get him.
Oh, really? Get him. You get him. And then when he get home, I'ma get him.
A village, bro. That's why I'm saying these folks, man, it trips me out. We grew up in the church. I'm ministry, being on the keyboard, I've seen so many kids get Christian. And I've seen so many family members come up. And one of the things that you do at the end of the Christian, you raise your hand and you say, everyone who agreed to raise his child, take a village, say I. And you have all these members say I. The parents chose these people to say I. And then turn around that child 5 and 6 years old and someone get on their child and they mad at the person because they got on their child. Don't say nothing to my child.
Come on,
and
bro.
that's something.
Come on, bro.
But see, I'm different. I'm gonna say something to your child. Then I say something to you. You don't want me to say nothing to your child? Get your child.
Right. Facts.
Get them.
Facts, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And them kids, you respect the ones who get on them like that.
And you're 100% right, bro. And I think if we start there, it will help our community because we understand the importance of raising the next generation. And because sometimes you can't reason with grown people. So they're trying to get to change their mind. Sometimes you might as well stop wasting your breath. But I think as a community, if we try to bring more structure to the generation below us, then we'll have success rates. Because if you look at the numbers, we going down, bro. And I don't like to talk about our people and talk about our community too much because I don't want to beat a dead horse. but the marriage rate going down, the divorce rate is going up, and like you said, the system understood that for me to break, because think about it, we were married at a high rate with segregation, Jim Crow.
So 1965 was.
Before 1965, we were married at a high rate. So they
In
understood
1965 was. Let me say that.
in 1965. So they understood, bro. They understood that. Wait a minute. If we keep letting them stay in the race, we done
Mhm.
tried everything to stop them, right? But if we keep letting them stay in the race, if we look down the road 100, 150 years from now,
Mm-hmm.
these resilient black people are going to be
Mhm.
something to reckon with, and they're populating faster than us. So what do they have to do? The
Get that to
same,
the
the
family.
same, the same thing the devil did to Adam and Eve. We gonna
Went to the
start
woman
with
first.
it. We're gonna go after the woman first and
Mhm.
get her and make her realize we don't need a black man.
And then Adam wouldn't stand up. He didn't stand up. Let's talk about that. Men got to stand up. Don't
Mhm,
worry. Don't be discouraged because you getting kickback from women.
mhm.
Eve came with hell in her mind.
Somebody just hit me, and you're 100% right. This is a big one. They said buying your kids name all these name brand stuff, and they failing in school.
That's right.
That's another one.
That's what they. Hey, it's true. The truth. It started in the home.
Start in the house, bro.
It started in the home.
You start in the
Like
house.
everybody else, it started in the home.
Mm-hmm.
When we gonna change, man? When we gonna start raising our kids?
And let's be honest, it's both needed, care and structure, and let's keep it a buck.
But I read from have more structure than care. Promise you, they did. It was a came out the other week that they did a test. They looked at the numbers. When you have a mother and father in the home, the kids did great. The percentage was like 80%. Terrible with just mama, but with daddy, the kids were just successful as they were when you had mother and father. What's the difference between mother and daddy is that daddy's gonna bring more structure. They might lack sensitivity when they get out there. They might lack that. I give you that. But they're gonna have structure in their life that's gonna help them be good people and sustainable people. That's just what it is, MJ. You can't. Daddy gonna bring structure. That's why both parents are needed. But it shows the structure is more important than being caring. That's just what it is.
And point blank, and like I remember, I said it to my son, and it's not to say that our journey as a man is harder than a woman's. I could never be disingenuous to say that. Could never be disingenuous to say that. But I told my son, as a man, because Jalen 12 now, as a man, as you get older, you're gonna have to put away a lot of what you want to do, and you have to do what needs to be done.
What needs to be done?
See, me as a man, we have to learn that quick, because when you start getting a family, I don't care what your passion is at a certain point. Now you got to take care of this family. What needs to be done to take care of your family? Now, girls have to get it too, because I know girls they wanna live, and I am totally against hot girl summers. I'm totally against females going out there and saying, I ain't gonna get married till I'm 30 after I live my life. I'm not teaching my daughters that. That is the worst thing
you can do.
That is the worst thing that America in this world has told women. Go out there and live your best life, because what it innately does, it creates scars, it creates heartbreak. So when you do get married, now your husband got to come and repair, and you got to double trust him, and he got to double prove to you, because you done had these heartbreaks, and you done had these scars, and you done had these bodies. So we have to stop teaching our girls that, because I don't teach my daughters that. I don't teach them that. Stop teaching our daughter and start teaching our men. Listen, our boys, get off these video games. Cool, it's cool. But when you get a certain age, now it starts for morals and teachers to come in. You have to start putting in these boys' head. What needs to be done? We do it in our life today, Alan. Think about it, bro. I used to hate talking on my songs.
Yeah.
Now, for a living, I talk 80% of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Not because I want to do it.
Well, we got to do
What
this.
needs to be done.
Well, what they have tricked us, and this is what we have to change. A lot of times women do what's best for the child first because they're nurturing. Men do what is right for the family. And see, this is where the word come in. This is why marriage is important before the kids. Because what's best, like Granny used to say, best for who? What best can teach your kids how to be self-centered. That's not a good thing to have. What's best can teach your child how to be spoiled. That's not good. But what is right? Right is what is right to show that child how you honor your husband or wife. You know what I'm saying? And it shows them to be selfless.
Correct.
See, when you raise a child to do what is right, what it does, he has a mindset to worry about the full family. But if you teach a child to show them that I'm going to do what's best for you, now what he does, he grows up as a sense of entitlement.
Facts.
So this is why you get a lot of men. And see, let me tell you something. One thing I can say about one thing about our black women in our community, they can raise some girls to be strong, willing minded, but they raise these boys to have that's they baby. Them boys, they babies. Have what is best for me, mommy. That's why they go to mommy. Even my wife, she'll tell my son, go to your daddy.
There you go.
Even if how much Kim want to say yes, it's because she love her AJ, but she know some of the things that we talk about. Alan, you right. So when AJ come to her and try to whisper and do what's best for him, go to your daddy.
Your daddy. Alan, bro, when we were growing up, mama could whoop us, talk to us, do all that. The worst thing she could say, wait till your daddy get home.
Wait till your daddy get home.
Oh, your mama kill me.
Accountability coming through the door. And it's coming.
Run away, dog.
But that's the truth.
Because, like you said the other day, and it goes back to this. That's why structure is needed. Like you said the other week, you're gonna have to raise them kids. You're supposed to raise your kids and spoil your grandkids.
That's right.
If you spoil them kids, guess what you're gonna be doing your grandkids?
You're gonna be raising your grandkids. You're gonna be raising your grandkids.
You'll be raising, and I ain't raising my grandkids.
I'm gonna spoil them because they're gonna get candy every week from me, just like my grandmama. My mama do my kids. They go to the store every Friday. The kids are, no.
Right. But go ahead, bro.
I'm saying, but all jokes aside, man, the kids come last. I tell people all that. I tell me and Kim, one thing I can say about me and my wife, I always say this. Man, we understand that nothing comes before the marriage. It's not an argument. It's nothing that can come. Man, we could be flat out fussing. When it's time to eat, now what we eating at? You know what I'm saying? Because the marriage is always up here. And so what happens is what we mess up when we get the kids, when you put the kids up here and the marriage up under, it's not a healthy situation.
Right.
The marriage always come first. Before the kids, people can say, Alan, you wrong. I'm right.
Right.
Because when the kid's gone and they go get married, it's going to be you and your mate.
Right.
And you don't want to get to the point that you didn't disrespect your mate so much with them darn kids that y'all don't like each other after them kids are about the house. You get what I'm saying?
Because you know, kids know how to maneuver and play.
They know how to what you're saying. Especially girls and boys, because I know Faith love her daddy.
Boy, Malia, boy.
Well, she go to mama, she'll go to daddy. You know what I'm saying? Try to get away. So I have to be like, ask your mama.
Right.
Ask your mama. And like KJ, ask your daddy. The marriage comes first, man. Have a healthy marriage. This is why I teach my daughter, man, you can go to school, you do that, but the thing I want you to do that I'm preparing you for, to be a wife. Because guess what? Like me and Kim talk about, I said, Kim, guess what? When I bury my parents, guess what? You're going to be right there with me. You bury your parents and hardships come, I'm gonna be right there with you. I don't care what. Guess what? That diploma ain't gonna mean none if you by yourself and hardships come in your life and you don't have no one standing with you.
Right.
No one.
And you know what? I don't want to mention him, but I seen the dude say this, and I thought it was very profound. He said he went to a party. It was a 90-year-old woman. It was 70 people in the room. He looked around
I saw that.
and he said, these 70 people would not all came from this one woman.
That's right.
So they didn't sit around and ask how many degrees she had,
None of
how
that.
long she went to school.
None of that.
They didn't ask her none of that. Because at the end of the day, family is the most important thing.
MJ.
And God ordained marriage.
MJ, family.
It starts there, bro.
That's right.
It
That's
starts
right,
there.
bro.
Even when our grandma's in the room, when our grandma Reese in the room, you ain't asking her, Grandma, what subject did you teach? You sit around and you look, and you like, dang, for grandma, this one lady, none of us.
Get all that. None of us be in the room. None of us be in the room.
That's what's valuable.
That's what's
The
valuable.
papers and the degrees don't mean nothing.
That's right. So get what? That's what they taught their women back in the day. Be ready for a man.
That's right.
Make sure that you're spoken for.
Right.
Are you spoken for? And they were young.
Right.
Because they knew that, man, when they go through hardships.
And even though we didn't, I never met my granddad, Richard Dower. I've had that same feeling like grandma and granddad had 14 kids. Y'all don't know our other side of the family.
That's right.
That's where the singing come. You know, that's the real singing come. And our mom is the baby, but grandma and granddad had 14 children. And many times we all got together. You look around and you say, it's about 100 of us in this yellow house.
100. Easy. Easy, Jay. But guess what? When nobody talking about Minidao, what college you go to? Minidao, how many years you worked at this job? What was your profession? No, man, we just loved each other. We are family.
And what
we got to get back to that.
Think
about how powerful, MJ. Think about how powerful we would be as a people if we just get back to that.
Right.
With the professionalism that we have in our community and the athleticism and everything where we at right now. Think about if we took that and put the family above everything. It's like now, I was thinking in my mind, I was like, man, we like how Charlene be saying, we're gonna buy us a big house. And think about it. See, back in the day, people stayed together, but what happened was as people started growing in the reason we used to be close as a family, me and Kim was talking about this the other day, because we was considered not having anything, and family is all we had.
Right.
Then we got tricked into what they call the American dream.
Yeah.
Now everybody gotta have their house, house. Then you got tears in family because I got all this and they ain't got nothing, and now I can't be associated with them.
Right.
And that's what starts separating us because we start feeling like we have things to satisfy us, and we forgot, man, we come from just having our family was enough. That's why we don't get. That's why the barbecues. Think about when we was coming up. Grandma have barbecue or I'm dying in Mary house. There's 200 people out there.
We pulling up
easily.
Easy.
200. And guess what? The teenagers pulling up, the ones at 25 it wasn't like, I ain't going over there. You know, them for
right.
No,
and get what?
Everybody there.
And if you smoke weed, you better smoke before you get there.
You better smoke before you get there. Or they go around the corner through the woods to smoke. But you know what I'm saying? But everybody was there. You got Marvin Gaye now playing right there. Then our cousin there who had the music in the car. They on the other side of the house. They got their little music playing, but everybody around each other because what mattered, family did.
Family.
We have lost that in our community, bro. We've lost that.
Mama said this. Mama said she started preparing me for my husband at 9 years old.
And mama, if these young girls and mama, if these young girls heard you say that, they'll say that mama is foolish. But guess what? This year she be married 40 years. One of her sons been married 13. The other one, how long you been married, LJ, this year? 10,
9.
9. I'm saying got
Right.
kids. I'm saying they'll say you foolish. But mama gonna see her great grand in not
That's right.
long.
And my mother, I only like to say mother-in-law, my other mother. Family is the number one thing, 100%. And I got to say, that's one of the things that really stood out about Charlene's family to me.
Oh, yes, sir.
It was parallel to what I have always been used to.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So it was so easy. They made the transition because when they get together, that's what it's all about. It's about family.
Same here. I walked in the house. I saw how Miss Jolly moved around in the house. I said, oh, he go nowhere else. I said, they killed right there 30 years.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
Get
And
that.
you know what it is? Because the structure that we had, other people can see it, right? So my mother-in-law was calling me her future son-in-law 3 months of me dating Charlene. So what happened is it's just not about I can sing and none of that, or it's the respect and the family and the structure that people see.
That's
and
right.
so it translates in the same thing that I saw. When I went to their family reunion, bro, I was amazed. They got this big, before COVID hit, they was having every other year. They got this big tree that they put on the wall, man. And it got everybody from 1800s, the night,
all the way down.
They taped the name on it. It was amazing. And I'm like, that's, see, and you, if you understand that, that's where the most success lies, when people value family. Because one thing we understood is, as a family, we can get through anything.
Anything. Ain't none we can't conquer. Ain't none we can't conquer, man. So
and I think we done lost touch of that, man. We got
lost
to get
big time.
We got to get back to that, man.
Yeah. So, and guess what? In the same family, and you had single mothers in that family, but they understood.
That's right.
Just different mindset.
That's right.
We had single mothers. You had dysfunctional stuff coming in our families.
Right.
But we understood the value of family.
And then guess what, bro? Even if you was a single, that your great auntie or your grandmama could come to you and say, "Okay, now, Susie, when you get married," and then guess what that single mother say? Right? Yes, ma'am.
That's right. Yes, ma'am.
You right? Yes, ma'am. But then now you can't do it.
Can't do it. They scared to talk.
Right.
You have to say something to them. You can't say nothing to them now, cause they jumping on their parents now. They disrespecting their parents. Grandkids disrespecting grandma.
Right.
Grandma scared of them. Grandma scared of them.
Bro, I'm married with my own family, and I still, now I might slip up a couple times, I still don't curse in front of my mom and my dad. It's just a respect thing, man. Especially grandmama's walk in the room. Grandma can get on me. Grandma can get on me today. I can be right.
Yes,
Grandma,
ma'am.
right.
Yes, ma'am. Remember, we couldn't say huh. We couldn't say dang. It was too close.
Too close.
Yeah, and that's how I raised my kids, man. And people always say, man, you have some mannerable, respectable kids. They better be.
Right, they better be.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah, man.
I know we done went over, man, but it's
man, we going over at 9 o'clock. We finna get up out of here.
Conversations, yeah.
Y'all continue to pray for Selma, Alabama, even Georgia. Some heavy hitters in Henry County that turned out to really get a number on the southeast. But like I said, if you,
I finna say before I go, I got to announce the every Tuesday, man. Y'all got to join us, Mr. Voting Rights Project on the Zoom. We don't have the Zoom link. Hit us up. You'll see the Zoom meeting. This the meeting ID, passcode voting. We talk about Mr. Voting Rights Project. We're going down to Selma in the morning. The storm and the tornado has did a little damage, for lack of better words, in Selma. So we will see what nature has in store for us. I
got people hit me up now and said, I think some folks can go by there. They asked me what's going on with FD Reese home. Right now I don't have any answers for you, but man, we pray that everything is intact.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're gonna believe that it
Yeah.
is. We're gonna thank
Right.
God that it is.
Right.
It's
Right.
it's the wording.
Right. And so, Miss Voter Rights Project is what we talk about, preserving the historical site and everything. And we do it every Tuesday. We'll promote it throughout the week so you won't miss it. And we appreciate everybody that's been joining. Appreciate everybody that's been donating. We had a couple of more people sign up to be individual sponsors, reoccurring sponsors. So we appreciate the love and appreciate the support, man. It doesn't go unnoticed. And
Yeah, man.
any amount, a dollar, it don't matter. We really appreciate it because we understand that it takes our people. It really
That's
does.
right.
It takes us, and we're resilient. Go ahead, bro.
I want to say, man, thank you to BC News, man.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Man, y'all check the article out. Matter of fact, the whole video with the tours roundtable, y'all, they're gonna release. I got a text yesterday about that. But man, NBC News did an article on us, man. My brother and I, on how we trying to set the record straight. That's a major network that's picked this story up that I think is gonna really help us. One time, the other great time, I think I was able to speak with the New York Times one time. But
That's right.
NBC News, man, I really appreciate it, man, for them really putting that story out there. And hey, we're just gonna keep chucking along.
Keep going. We got to get Granddad's story out there, and it's a great story, and we are tied to it. So I feel like it's our duty.
That's right.
So y'all see us, and once again, we can't forget about who coming. We got one of the GOATs, the greatest of all time, Mr. Voter Rights, is getting stitched up right now.
Oh yes, sir.
That is the mascot for the foundation for everything we got going on. We're trying to get him into schools and everything. Oh, I meant to tell you, but I'll tell you offline about Skyline. I don't know if she hit you up. I'll tell you about it. But yeah, trying to get Mr. Voting Rights in the school. So we have a lot of things going on. We also have the 50th show celebration. We're going to announce that more. We'll probably have all the details for you next week. Here in Atlanta, we're going to celebrate it. And we'll let y'all know where we're going to be at and what time. So if all our minds and hearts are clear, we will see y'all Tuesday. We want everybody that's on here now Tuesday on the Zoom call. See us Tuesday. But other than that, we will see y'all next week here on the Lineage Podcast. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night.